Welcome back to Wisdom Unveiled. Today, we're digging into the work of the great philosopher Al-Farabi and his really incredible model of the human mind.
All right, just a quick heads up before we dive in. This is all adapted from some pretty deep philosophical discussions, and we're doing our absolute best to get the translation just right.
So, if you were with us for our last explainer, you remember we talked all about Farabi's virtuous city, this idea of a perfect society. And the key, the absolute foundation for it, was a leader with a pure, perfected intellect. But thinking about that idea today, well, it throws our own world into sharp relief and presents us with a pretty stunning paradox. And that brings us right to Section 1, a paradox of power. Let's just start with this observation from our source material, because wow, it really hits hard, doesn't it? We've become so good at what we do, but what is it exactly that we've perfected?
I mean, just look at this. This slide really captures the strange conflict we're living in. On one side, we have these mind-blowing achievements. We're exploring space, we're curing diseases, we're talking to each other instantly across the globe. But then, you look at the other side. We have this unbelievable power for destruction, and we're facing these massive moral and spiritual crises. It's like we're living in two different worlds at the same time.
So this is the big puzzle for today, isn't it? How do we get here? With all our scientific brilliance, why does it feel like we're going backwards in so many important ways? Well, believe it or not, a philosopher who lived 1,000 years ago might just have the diagnostic tool we need to figure this out.
Okay, so let's get into Section 2. Farabi created this incredibly detailed map of the human intellect, and we can actually use it like a blueprint to see exactly where our modern world might have taken a wrong turn.
So he breaks it all down into 6 distinct levels. Think of it like climbing a ladder. You start at the bottom with the most basic, almost animal-like instinct to just seek pleasure and avoid pain. And from there, you climb all the way up to this sublime connection with universal truth itself.
And here's the kicker. This is the crucial point. Our modern society has poured basically all of its energy, all of its resources into developing just one of these levels. Level 4, the experiential intellect. Now, this is the engine that drives all science and technology, all the progress we see. It's incredibly powerful, for sure, but it's only one piece of the puzzle.
So moving into Section 3, what about the rest of the ladder? What happens when we focus so much on that one rung that we forget the others even exist? This is where Farabi's framework starts to get really, really insightful. Farabi makes this critical distinction. He says our physical eyes are fantastic at seeing individual things. You see a tree, you see a person, you see a star, but our higher intellect, this inner eye, perceives something way deeper. It sees the very nature of being itself. It doesn't just see the individual parts, it has the capacity to grasp the whole.
And this is just such a brilliant way to put it. A complete human being doesn't just collect more and more data about objects. No. Real progress, real growth, comes from understanding our place, our relationship, to the entire web of existence.
Okay, now for Section 4. We're getting into one of Farabi's most radical and honestly one of his most beautiful ideas. It's an idea that really challenges our modern sense of individualism right down to its very core. He asks a question that seems pretty simple on the surface. When you're thinking a thought, is that happening inside some isolated little box in your head, completely separate from everyone and everything else?
Farabi's answer is a game changer. It's a loud and clear no. He says there's only one, universal active intellect, a single source of all reason, all truth. Our individual minds, you see, they don't create reason. We participate in it. We're kind of like mirrors, each one reflecting that one great light. Some of us just reflected more clearly than others.
So that leads us right into Section 5. If we want to be a clearer mirror, if we want to reflect more of that light, how do we actually do it? How do we break free from our own limited perspective? Well, Farabi uses this fantastic metaphor to show us the way.
This slide just lays it out so clearly. Farabi says that our scientific, experiential knowledge often gives us this tube-like vision. It's like looking through a microscope, right? You're focused intensely on one tiny part, like just the apple on the tree. But true intellectual wisdom, that's panoramic. It sees the apple, and the tree, and the forest, and its connection to the entire cosmos all at the same time.
In that panoramic view, it produces a very special state of mind he calls Hayrat, or wonder. Now, this isn't confusion. It's a deep, jaw-dropping awe at the sheer beauty and order of the whole system. And for Farabi, this feeling of wonder isn't just some nice little side effect of knowledge, it's the whole point. It's the goal.
And this all comes together perfectly in our final section, Section 6. Because this ancient philosophy, it's not just some abstract idea to think about, it's really a call to action. It's about a conscious choice that every single one of us has to make.
You see, Farabi makes this crucial distinction. An animal's nature is fixed. A cat is born a cat, and it's always going to be a cat. But we're different. We're born with human potential, sure, but then we have this unique, ongoing project. We have to constantly choose what kind of human we're going to be.
And with that project comes a really stark warning. If you don't actively, consciously build your own self, your own mind, well, other forces are more than happy to do it for you. Society, culture, other people, you'll just become a product of your environment instead of the architect of your own soul.
So, we come full circle. The answer to that paradox of power we started with? It's not to throw away our incredible science and technology. No way. The solution is to put it back in its proper place. To balance our mastery of the individual parts with a deep appreciation for the whole. To reintegrate all that data with wisdom and all that knowledge with wonder.
And I want to leave you with this final thought. 1,000 years ago, Farabi was telling us that our mind isn't something we're just given at birth. It's something we build, moment by moment, choice by choice. So the crucial question he leaves for us, right here and now, is this: what kind of mind are we building today?